Hey everyone, and welcome back to Robot Boy. And today we'll be taking a look at possible ways to improve the combat system in No Man's Sky. And I just want to clarify, starting this video, it does seem kind of potentially as if I'm dropping lots of negativity around the game with these top 5 ways to improve lists. And I just want to clarify that's not what I'm doing at all. Not dropping negativity. I'm always only trying to promote positivity and discussion about improving No Man's Sky, never just outright hating on anything. So on that note, let's talk about why the combat system in No Man's Sky currently sucks. I'm kidding. However, it does need a lot done to it, I think, to make it fully functional, to make it good. I'm not saying it's not good, but it's not even not good, it's just kind of non-existent. There is not really a combat system in place. So what could be done to actually get something there to make it worth your time, make it worth engaging? I don't even bother engaging in combat at all in the game, which is such a shame really. You shouldn't want to ever avoid any scenarios that a game has to offer. Yet I always feel a sense of dread when the sentinels are alerted and I just know I'm about to spend a few minutes grafting through point and shoot, red screen, until the whole ordeal just comes to an extremely anticlimactic end. So with that, let's dive into the list of 5 things I think would improve the combat system in No Man's Sky. Number 1, gun mechanics in general. Adding them, improving them, just adding gun mechanics. At the moment, shooting in No Man's Sky is a simple case of point and shoot. The bolt caster sprays a load of bullets wherever your reticule is aimed, and you just hope the bullet hits what you want it to. I'd like to see possibly being able to aim down your sights on your rifle at longer range, getting a scope, or looking through iron sights on a pistol, just any sort of way to aim your gun more directly, just to give you that little bit extra accuracy. Additionally, maybe something like semi-automatic rifles with one-shot uses before you have to reload, but each shot does more damage than your standard automatic gun. And I know we have the scatter blaster that does act like a shotgun, but you're still just spraying aimlessly into thin air. There's no skill involved with hitting anything. Maybe we could find attachments and scopes around planets, barrels, grips, etc. to that extent, and be able to customize our weapon more physically, as well as just statistically and upgrading it in the menu. Number 2, freighter combat. In the Atlas Rises update, the space combat was definitely heavily improved, and I'd like to see that continue further into large-scale space battles whereby freighters could attack you and other freighters. It would be so cool to upgrade your freighter with better weapon systems and go full-on Star Destroyer style on freighters carrying rare resources. You fly in, your freighter warps in behind you, tears through enemies for you as you make a break for the resources spilling out into space from your target. You bust in, you got lasers, rockets, missiles flying everywhere. It'd be awesome. Number 3, cover. And not a division level cover system, but just anything. A simple cover system could apply effectively to both sides, to you and to enemies. I'd like to see sentinels being able to use terrain, rocks, trees, walls, etc. to be able to hide behind before just flying at you with the way they currently do, with not a care in the world about what happens to them. It would be handy to be able to potentially stick to objects as well that would indicate programmatically that you are taking cover, so as to prevent sentinels from just flying straight into your face no matter what type of approach you take to fighting them. You kind of go to a wall, that's implied that you're in cover, so enemies will fight you based on the fact that you are now taking cover. And this leads me on to point number 4, which is AI improvements in general. AI in general needs to be heavily improved, full stop. At the moment, the extent of AI is sees player, attacks player, that's it. It would be good to see enemies wary of their health, retreating if they're on low health, taking cover, as I said, trying to flank you potentially, or even hunting you if it's a creature, stalking you at nighttime. That would be cool. And finally, number 5, different enemy types. Finally, this is the big one for me. From sentinels to fauna, I want to see more things in No Man's Sky that can threaten me. Additionally, I want them to make what fauna is already dangerous more believable. So for example, these guys that I've got on screen now, when I landed, I saw them and I was like, oh my god, these things are so creepy. They're gonna hunt me down, they're gonna kill me, their eyes are glowing in the dark. And turns out they're completely harmless. They were herbivores. Nothing scary about them at all. But on the same planet, these bloody turtle-looking creatures were predators that would try and kill me at the first sight. It just doesn't make sense. Fauna should be more savage as well and look scarier if it's coming to eat you for breakfast. Maybe large T-Rex style creatures that will obviously run at full speed if they see you, making you more wary of your surroundings and make you want to plan your routes more carefully when walking through the environments. If you're out in the open and you see a big dinosaur type creature with big teeth, that should indicate to you before you've even scanned it, stay well clear of it. If you're walking through the trees, through tall grass, you want to be wary that you're not going to bump into some huge lizard type creature in case it jumps on you. And additionally, more sentinel types would also be cool, especially having maybe walkers that roam around freely on high security planets without you having to get a high wanted level for them to appear. They could just kind of be walking around, as we saw in some of the E3 trailers. And even potentially dropships that come in and deploy more ground units, again, instead of the sentinels just spawning out of thin air. And finally, maybe other alien species that can shoot back at you. You find little posses walking around on foot, walking around environments that can shoot back. That would be awesome. So yeah, again, these are just some ideas that I've had that I wanted to share with you all. Some could be realistic, others are just part of my fantasy wish list, but I thought I'd share my thoughts with you guys anyway. And that's it. So what do you think could be done to improve the combat system? Do you agree with the ideas I raised in this video? And as always, when do you think the new update will drop? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. And of course, subscribe to join me on this journey if you haven't done so already. With that, I'll see you all in the next video.